Welcome back to the channel World Coins Master everyone, and thank you for joining us today as we dive into another fascinating journey through the world of rare and valuable coins. In the world of coin collecting, some pieces seem almost ordinary at first glance, blending in with the change rattling around in your pocket or resting in a jar on your dresser. Yet, when examined more closely, they reveal stories, anomalies, and features that can transform them from humble pocket change into treasures worth millions. Today, we will be exploring the incredible story of the 2005 P1 dime from the United States, a coin with a face value of just 10 cents, yet one that has been valued at an astonishing $8 million because of unique errors, minting mistakes, and rare mint mark anomalies. This is a coin that has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and numismatics enthusiasts worldwide. Over the next in-depth discussion, we'll explore every detail that makes this dime so extraordinary, from its origins to the specific conditions that have turned it into a numismatic legend. To understand why this coin has such an incredible value, we first need to put it into context. The 2005 P dime belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, which began production in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The design, featuring his profile on the obverse, has become one of the most familiar coin images in America. But as familiar as it may seem, certain years and certain coins within this long-running series have stood out because of strange and rare mistakes during their creation. In 2005, at the Philadelphia Mint, millions of dimes were struck for circulation. The vast majority were perfectly ordinary, serving their purpose in everyday transactions. However, among them, a tiny number came off the presses bearing errors so unique and so significant that they would eventually become some of the most sought-after modern coins ever discovered. One of the main aspects that elevates the value of any coin is its rarity, and in the case of the 2005 P dime, rarity comes not from the year itself, since millions were made, but from the nature and severity of the minting errors that occurred. Mint errors can happen in many ways. Planchets, the blank metal discs before striking, can be the wrong size or composition, dies can become misaligned or damaged, double strikes can happen, and mint marks can be punched incorrectly. Sometimes, a combination of such errors occurs in one coin, multiplying its uniqueness and value. For the 2005 P dime, a small number of specimens have been found with multiple anomalies, including dramatic die breaks, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, and in some cases, a missing or misplaced mint mark. The mint mark itself, the small p, indicating it was struck in Philadelphia, can sometimes be doubled, filled, or oddly positioned, creating significant interest among collectors. The reason mint mark anomalies are so desirable is because they are direct evidence of the minting process's human element. In the early days of US coinage, mint marks were hand-punched, and variations were more common. By 2005, the process was much more automated, yet errors still occurred due to die maintenance issues, equipment malfunctions, or even accidental oversights. A misplaced or distorted mint mark in a modern coin is rare and therefore highly collectible. For the 2005 P dime, reports have circulated about coins where the mint mark appears faint, tilted, doubled, or even partially missing. Such features are extremely scarce in the modern era, and when found in pristine or high-grade condition, they dramatically boost the coin's value. Another factor contributing to the astronomical value of certain 2005 P dimes is their condition. In coin collecting, grade matters immensely. A coin in perfect, uncirculated condition, what professionals call the mint state, will almost always be worth more than the same coin with wear and tear. However, when an error coin is also in exceptional condition, its value can rise exponentially. For example, a regular 2005 P dime in MS67 condition might be worth only a modest amount to collectors, but an MS67 example with a dramatic error such as an off-metal strike or major die clash can be worth thousands, even tens of thousands. In the case of the rarest varieties we are discussing today, collectors and auction houses have driven prices into the millions, making headlines and fueling the fascination with modern error coins. One of the most intriguing possible errors for a 2005 P dime is the off-metal strike. This occurs when a coin is accidentally struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination. Imagine a dime struck on a copper-nickel quarter blank, or even more unusual, on a foreign coin blank that happened to be present at the mint. Such coins are instantly identifiable because their size, weight, or color is different from a standard dime. The rarity of such a mistake in 2005, and its connection to a popular, widely collected series like the Roosevelt dime makes any surviving specimen a prize. Die errors are another fascinating category. Over time, the dies that strike coins can develop cracks, cuds, raised lumps of metal caused by die breakage, or other forms of damage. When these flawed dies continue to strike coins, they leave behind distinctive, often dramatic marks. Some 2005 dimes show heavy die cracks running across Roosevelt's portrait or through the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. In extreme cases, parts of the design are missing entirely due to large cuds. Each of these coins is unique in appearance, giving them an appeal not unlike that of one-of-a-kind works of art. We also can't overlook double strikes and misaligned dies. A double strike happens when a coin fails to eject properly from the press after being struck and is struck again, creating a doubled image. Sometimes the second strike is off-center, producing a dramatic and visually striking effect. Misaligned dies, meanwhile, result in coins where one side's design is shifted relative to the other. These errors are instantly recognizable to even casual observers, and when they occur on a modern coin in high grade, they are highly collectible. Now, you might be wondering, how does all of this add up to $8 million for a single dime? The answer lies in the convergence of factors: extreme rarity, dramatic visual appeal, collector demand, and the prestige of owning something that is not just uncommon but nearly unique. In the numismatic market, the most exceptional error coins are often sold in private transactions rather than at public auction, and in such cases, prices can reach levels that might surprise even seasoned collectors. A combination of a major mint mark anomaly, a significant strike error, and a perfect or near-perfect grade can push a coin's value into the millions, especially if it is certified by a respected grading service like PCGS or NGC. Beyond the technical details, there is also the story factor. Every collector loves a coin with a great backstory, and the 2005 dime with its errors has one. Imagine a coin rolling off the presses in Philadelphia in 2005, destined to be just another dime among millions, yet somehow escaping notice despite its glaring flaws. It enters circulation, or perhaps is plucked directly from a mint set or bag, only to be discovered years later by someone with a keen eye. Word spreads, interest builds, and soon the coin is recognized as something extraordinary. The allure of finding such a coin in change is part of what keeps collectors searching through rolls and bags of coins to this day. Of course, not every 2005 dime is worth millions, even if it has an error. The severity and visibility of the error matter greatly, as does the coin's condition. A small die crack on a circulated coin might be worth only a modest premium, while a dramatic, full-blown mint mark misplacement combined with a double strike on a pristine coin could command life-changing sums. The market for these coins is also influenced by broader trends in collecting. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in modern era coins, fueled in part by online marketplaces and social media, where discoveries can be shared instantly with a global audience. Given all these factors, the 2005 dime serves as a perfect case study in how a seemingly ordinary coin can achieve extraordinary value. It's a reminder that treasures can still be found in the most unexpected places, and that the world of coin collecting is as much about discovery and curiosity as it is about rarity and value. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, the story of the 2005 dime is a testament to the fact that with careful observation and a little bit of luck, you too might stumble upon a coin worth far more than its face value. And as we continue, we can explore the broader historical, technical, and cultural aspects that contribute to the fascination with coins like this, delving deeper into the Philadelphia Mint's history, the evolution of minting technology, and the enduring human passion for collecting rare and beautiful objects. Today, we are going to talk about a very special coin, the 2022 P1 dime from the United States, a coin with a face value of just 10 cents, but certain rare examples are known to be worth as much as $6 million. This astonishing value is due to a combination of minting errors, unique mistakes, and unusual mint mark anomalies that make these coins stand out from the billions of other dimes produced. We will explore what makes this dime so rare, the types of errors that can occur, the historical context behind such valuable coins, how collectors determine their worth, and the possibilities that could make your own 2022 dime an incredible find. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone just curious about coins, The story of this particular dime will show how something small can have such a huge impact. The 2022 P dime belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The P mint mark signifies that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary production facilities for U.S. coinage. In 2022, hundreds of millions of Roosevelt dimes were produced, so under normal circumstances, finding a rare and valuable one among them might seem impossible. However, minting errors are unpredictable by nature, and sometimes a small number of coins slip through the quality control process with defects that make them highly collectible. These mistakes can range from minor die cracks to dramatic misstrikes, and depending on how visible and unusual the error is, the coin's value can skyrocket. To understand why a 2022 P dime could be worth $6 million, we need to explore the nature of minting errors. The minting process involves several stages: designing, engraving, die creation, planchet preparation, striking, and inspection. Even though modern mints use highly sophisticated equipment and technology to minimize mistakes, errors still happen due to mechanical failure, human oversight, or environmental factors. A dime might be struck slightly off-center, showing part of the blank planchet along one edge. It might have a double die error, where design elements like the date or lettering appear doubled because the die shifted between strikes. There could be die cracks where a small fracture in the die leaves a raised line on the coin surface, or a cut error where a piece of the die breaks away, leaving a large blank blob in the design point. One of the most intriguing types of error for the 2022 P dime is a mint mark anomaly. The P mint mark is applied to the design during die creation, and while errors here are rare, they are highly sought after. A misplaced mint mark, an overpunched mint mark, or even a missing mint mark on a coin that should have won can instantly draw attention from collectors. In earlier years, Philadelphia minted coins traditionally did not carry a mint mark, but in modern production, they do. So, a 2022 P dime missing the P would be an unusual and potentially very valuable find. Another possible cause for extreme value is when multiple errors occur on the same coin. For example, a 2022 P dime could have a double strike combined with a dramatic off-center error and a mint mark anomaly. The more complex and visually striking the error, the more desirable the coin becomes. A dime with layered errors is like a rare painting with a fascinating backstory. It becomes more than just currency, it becomes an artifact of minting history. To reach a value as high as $6 million, a coin's rarity must be matched by strong demand. In the world of numismatics, demand is often driven by uniqueness. If a coin is the only known example of a certain error, it can spark intense competition among collectors and investors. Wealthy collectors are often willing to pay record-breaking prices for the chance to own something no one else has. Auction houses specializing in rare coins can create bidding wars that push prices far beyond the estimates. Historical precedent shows that coins with spectacular errors have sold for millions. While these are usually older coins, there is no rule that says modern coins cannot reach such values if their error is unique enough. Collectors often look for specific signs when examining a 2022 P dime for errors. They may use magnification tools to inspect the date, mint mark, and lettering for doubling or other abnormalities. They will check the rim for signs of misalignment, inspect the coin surfaces for unusual raised lines or depressions, and compare it to standard examples to spot differences in detail. Even the coin's weight and metallic composition might be tested, as a coin struck on the wrong planchet, say, a dime struck on a copper-nickel quarter blank, would be highly valuable. The market for rare error coins is fueled not just by collectors but also by investors who see coins as alternative assets. A $6 million 2022 P dime would likely be in the hands of a professional grading service, such as PCGS or NGC, for authentication and condition assessment. The coin's grade, which ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, significantly affects its market value. A high-grade coin with a dramatic and unique error can command extraordinary prices, but what are the actual possibilities that make a 2022 P dime worth such a staggering amount? The answer lies in a combination of factors: extreme rarity, visual appeal, historical significance, and market timing. An error coin's value can spike if discovered during a time of heightened interest in coin collecting. Media coverage can also play a role, as stories about valuable coins found in circulation often inspire a surge in searches for similar coins. If a single, extraordinary 2022p dime were discovered and authenticated, it could become a sensation, attracting bids from across the globe. It's important to note that while many people dream of finding such a coin, the vast majority of dimes in circulation are ordinary and worth only face value. However, this is exactly what makes the hunt exciting. Anyone could potentially find a rare error coin in their change, a roll of coins from the bank, or even in an old coin jar at home. The knowledge of what to look for can turn an ordinary day into an unforgettable one. The story of a $6 million dime would also be intertwined with the people who discover and collect it. Every great coin has a story: where it was found, how it was recognized as special, and the journey it took to auction. For the finder, it can mean not just financial gain but a place in numismatic history. For collectors, it represents the thrill of the chase and the joy of owning a tangible piece of minting rarity. Over time, the 2022p dime could become legendary, much like other famous rare coins such as the 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 1943 copper penny. Its fame would only add to its value, as each retelling of the story reinforces its uniqueness. Museums, private collections, and investment portfolios all covet such items, and the demand ensures that their prices remain high or even appreciate over time. The fascination with minting errors lies in the fact that they are genuine mistakes from a highly controlled process, making them natural rarities. In the age of digital perfection, the idea that something as precise as coin minting can still produce such spectacular anomalies is both surprising and captivating. Each error coin is a reminder that even machines can create accidental masterpieces. The discovery of a $6 million 2022p dime would undoubtedly spark a wave of interest among the public. People would begin examining their change more carefully, coin roll hunting would increase, and coin shops would see more traffic from curious newcomers. This renewed interest can benefit the entire numismatic community, introducing more people to the history, art, and science of coin collecting. And so, the possibility remains that somewhere out there, among the countless dimes produced in 2022 at the Philadelphia Mint, a rare and valuable error coin exists, waiting to be found. It could be in a bank vault, a cash register, or even in your own pocket right now. The only way to know is to look closely, understand what makes such coins special, and keep the story of these incredible finds alive.